I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco. I got it for the Lolo. I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco. I got it for the Lolo. Turn up. I'm in love with the coco. Hit my plug, that's my cholo. Cause he got it for the Lolo. If you snitchin', I go loco. Hit you with that 38. Thinking that I'm solo. 50 deep, they like, oh no. No, please no. Heard the fans taking photos. I know nothing the popo. Baking soda, I got baking soda. Baking soda, I got baking soda. Whip it through the glass. I'm blowing money fast.
Lines and tequila, can't forget the reefer. Always call my phone, but say nothing when I see ya. Lines and tequila, can't forget the reefer. Always call my phone, but say nothing when I see ya.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. So excited to have you guys with us. I got so ready to leave the fucking show before we even started today. You don't get down with Coco? I'm in love with the Coco. Come on, man. That is the worst / best song ever.
Honestly, the only reason I'm smiling is because Limes and Tequila played right after. It's the mood.
Oh, I love it, man. All right, well, so glad to have you guys with us for your favorite Friday activity. Welcome to the All Sauce team. We already got a bang in chat. We got a Prindy Bets bang? Prindy? My guy Prindy. Let's go, dude. In honor of that, this might be the fastest we've ever done this, boys.
Bang! Bang! It's good! Wins the game at the buzzer!
Good shit, Prindy. Thanks for the vibes. Appreciate you for subbing up. Thanks so much for being here, man. Oh.
Ooh. Let's go.
Oh, dude. Let's go, Prindy. We love the vibes. We're so glad to have you with us today. Welcome to All Sauce team. My name is Sweatpants Jesus.
My name is Vsauce.
And I'm just Sook.
So excited to have all the squad in the house to talk all about the NBA tonight. As Landon so rightly said, yep, feed me BetAlytics. We got BetAlytics in the house. Rob will be popping in and dropping some winners for you guys. But this is brought to you by Betting News. You guys know the deal. Go to bettingnews.com to get a little sports betting information every single day. Bets, vibes, what else do you need? Go to bettingnews.com for winners. Everything that you might... Seriously, guys, we have everything on the site. It's free for you guys. Go check it out. Go peruse the site. Go get involved with what we got going on bettingnews.com. They sponsor this channel. Let us go live with you guys every single day. We're live on Twitter right now. If you guys are watching us on Twitter, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you guys being here with us and kicking it today. If you're watching us on Twitch, we appreciate you guys too. If you're like Prindy and you just subbed up, All Sauce Team Bang. What's up, Carly? How's it going, Carly? Man, the Friday vibes are so fucking high right now. They were high earlier. I was buzzing to start the day, and now we're going into the peaking part of the day. Oh baby, let's go. Excited to have you guys with us. I just want to let you guys know that we actually have a chat with us talking about what we're going to do on the show every single week and other shit. And we've been so excited since Wednesday to do the show every single Friday. But since Wednesday, we've been literally like, boys, we can't wait. Come on, let's go. Is it Friday yet? Can we do the show yet? So we hope you guys enjoy watching the show, but just to let you know, we have a fucking great time doing it. So
If you couldn't already tell.
If you couldn't already tell. Exactly. W stream lineup. We love the vibes. We're gonna have a good show today, guys. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have BetAlytics in the house. Like I said, we'll bring up Rob in just a few seconds. We got a couple games that we're gonna play with you guys. Sook's been deep in the game lab. He's been whipping up some games for you guys, and then we're gonna talk all about the slate. Dive in, make a cook something up for you guys, and then cook up a little lotto at the very end to get the vibes rocking and rolling. Oh baby, oh me, oh my, oh.
Are fucking immaculate. And I'm so here for this.
Dude.
We're way to start this Friday off. Like,
Absolutely.
Space was lit this morning, but this is fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, we love you guys. We love all the support you guys give. Appreciate everybody popping in as always. We're ready to fucking vibe. But we know that you guys tune in for us because you like us, but we know why you're really here. You guys ready for some BetAlytics action? Mm-hmm. You guys ready for fucking BetAlytics in the house? Can we get some dubs in the fucking chat for BetAlytics, please, and thank you. Because we are ready to vibe. Let's get it.
Oh boy, wonder what they're gonna get into today. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh.
I gotta stay till I
Bang. What's going on, Rob? How's it going, man?
It's going great. Happy Friday. As always, we're going back to the lab again and just looking forward to starting off the weekend with a heater.
Absolutely. Welcome, Rob from BetAlytics. You guys don't know, BetAlytics pops in with us every single week to give you guys some data, to give you the data so you can back up the plums. Rob's going to show you guys how to use BetAlytics.com to help you guys out. We'll give you guys our promo code as well. There might be doing a little cheeky giveaway today. So we're very excited to have you here, buddy. How's the little one? Just before we dive in, everything all good with the fam?
Yeah, man. She's growing fast. It's crazy. It's almost 3 months now. Feels like yesterday, but yeah, everything's great.
You're going to be blinking and sending her to college, and we're still going to be talking about the cake that we're talking about on this show. So
yeah, we got to get the bankroll a little higher before that.
Yeah, just a little bit. We need to ink it up. Well, using BetAlytics.com will be just nice and easy breezy. 4 dads? Wow, 4 dads. 4 dads is better than 1 dad. Word. All right, let's let Rob dive in and give you guys some looks out there tonight. He's got quite a few plays to discuss with you guys, and I'll let you take it away, Rob. Get after it, man.
Yeah, I got a couple. Just before we get into that, I wanted to touch on that New York Knicks play from yesterday. Though I wanted to thank the boys for being on that with us. Made me a little more confident in it, knowing the boys are riding too, and I may have put a couple too many units, a little more aggressive. But I'm glad it worked out.
We had a rare Rob Nuke in the house because of Vsauce's love of the Knicks too. This is what the kind of stuff that we love to hear, man.
I mean, BetAlytics had them projected closer to a pick-em. They had the Knicks favored, I think, on minus 113 was the line they were giving us. So getting plus 125 was literally, it was too good to not be a little bit irresponsible on. So
exactly. The dust was complete. Word. All right. Well, tell us where the vibes are this evening. I know you got quite a few things to discuss, so go ahead and get after it, man.
Yeah. So we got a game market bet, a player prop, and then we're gonna get into a hot market for a parlay, and then we'll do our cash giveaway for there. But we'll start with the game market bet. Yeah. So we're on our game markets dashboard here. Top of the dashboard. We're doing New Orleans Pelicans team total under 100, 120 and a half. If you guys know BetAlytics, you know we absolutely love our team totals. It's probably one of our most thriving markets. Whenever we see a team total at the top of the dashboards, we love it. What I particularly love about this play is just the consistency of it. It's just what I call a steady Eddie. So it pays minus 115. It pays minus 115, but we're looking at 60% probabilities across the board here. Our dad is projecting 58%, almost up to 60% probability. And this bet you see here on the season hit rate is cashed in 64% of the time all season. They haven't hit 121 points. At home, 57%. They've fallen under that. And then the last 5, 10, 15 games, we're looking at 60 to 67% hit rates. One thing, like you can try to catch like really hot short-term heaters that it's like 80% in the last 10, but I like to just look at a full season 60% across the board at minus 115. As we know, 60% probabilities, that should be like a minus 150 bet. So the values there pays minus 115. New Orleans Pelicans team total under, and then just a couple other secondary just research points right there. OKC in the last 10 games, they're only allowing 111 points average to their opponents. So that's top 10 points under the 121. And they played earlier this season. New Orleans Pelicans scored 110 points, kind of right around that average where OKC is kind of holding their defense their defense right now. So it's kind of just a consistent 60% kind of probability, steady Eddie team total under New Orleans Pelicans.
The steady Eddie. That can go with the mid. What is your phrase took about the mid range guys? Midi
magician.
Midi magician. We got midi magician, steady Eddies. We're just chilling. Good stuff. The New Orleans Pelicans
about this under.
It's your show too, brother. You say what you want.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that the Thunder actually recover the most loose balls in the league, and they contest the most shots in the league. And the Pelicans team, they're very good. They're very deep. But they aren't the best offensively. They kind of hang their hat on getting wins with the grimy way in transition and on defense. So I love this under against the Thunder, Rob.
Yeah, great points. And that's why we love coming on, sharing the data, and we love you guys chiming in with any secondary knowledge that you may have. So yeah, that bodes well together when you combine all that. And yeah, that's our top game market play for the night.
And I will say, I look at this dashboard every single day, not even just to like bet these games or take the props, but looking at the New Orleans team total, if they haven't projected to go under, it's going to make me hesitate taking props in that game. Whereas if these guys have somewhere to go over, I'm more looking at those games for the props. And if you look at their player prop dashboard, which I'm sure we're going to look at next, you can see that you'll find props from those games coinciding with certain plays. So it's
I need everyone to know that this is how V talks in regular life too. When he mentions BetAlytics on the show, that's how he talks to me. He will literally be like, Fred VanVleet, 20 points. BA has it projected 19.65. I'm like, dude, come on. We're just talking right now. We're not on the show.
But you're always on the show. I will say I actually have a play in this game, and it does kind of line up with an under. It's a rebounding prop, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But I love the conversations as always. And as scrolling on the bottom of the screen, guys, if you guys want to get involved with BetAlytics, you get 30% off your subscription. Go to betalytics.com, use our promo code BNews if you want to get involved with the dashboards as well. Just if you have a doubt, just DM Landon, just ask him about it, or Vsauce. You can DM Vsauce too. They'll let you know how dope it is. But you're about to see some more stuff from for Rob in just a second. So he lobbed you a softball, Rob, of going to the player props. What's the next one you're kind of looking at here?
Yeah, so I'll just quickly build off what Vsauce said. So you can kind of catch a theme. Like, so say we have Pelicans under team total as a top play. We make it very easy. So you can start from there if you want to build on a same game parlay from there. You can type in New Orleans and then under projections and kind of see what fits with that. I just did that real quick, like a Herbert Jones under 9.5 kind of pops up as kind of a top edge bet there. So it's just kind of a way you can utilize the dashboards to maximize them for more profits and other edges there. But we do have a top player prop in that same game actually. I like to come on here and I like to throw around some juicy dogs and some plus payout props. So to do that here, we have kind of an odds parameter tool, so you can set like your minimal odds. So if you type 100 in the top left odds parameter search bar, it'll eliminate any single bet that has juice on it. So we did that, and the top one that came up that was in the same game was Zion Williamson under 2.5 turnovers plus 120. So the reason why we like this, it's almost a straight 50% win probability on the data at plus 120. You're immediately getting 4% edge right there. If you were going to flip a coin and get plus 120 in the odds, you would take that every time. So that's kind of just the value is there. But I actually just like this for some other secondary reasons as well. Sorry. Yeah, so sorry, Zion lost me here, but I'm just gonna bring up the player props again real quick. Give me a sec.
That's okay.
Yeah, so under 2.5 turnovers. So like I said, on the data it's 50%, and on the season, he's had less than 3 turnovers 56% of the time. We love that. And at home, 67% of the time. And this is also a hot prop over the last 15 games, 60%, last 10 games, 60%, and then the last 5 games, 4 of the last 5 he's had under 2.5 turnovers, 80%. The one great thing with Zion too is that it's not great if you like to bet him on his points and rebounds. You never know how much this guy's going to play. In the last 10 of his games, he's played under 30 minutes. So even when he's playing full games, he's still taking care of the ball, or he hasn't like been handling it too much where he's not like the dominant ball handler. He gets it in the paint, either puts it down or kicks it out. But yeah, so like 5 of the last 10 games, he's played like 28 minutes, 27 minutes. So he's very non-reliable to stay long into games anyways, which obviously bodes well for any of his unders, and then especially a turnover prop that pays plus 120. So that's just one that came up on the dashboards that just presents a lot of good value.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is the first time you pitched us first of all, a turnovers prop. Second of all, an under for a turnovers prop. And the third, well, you pitched quite a few plus money plays, which is dope. But I don't think you've ever done a turnover or an under. So, but I love the odds. I kind of liked his assists. We talked about it earlier in Basket Case that I mean, his assist looks really nice. But so that kind of maybe ties in with the fact of him not turning the ball over too much. Like if he gets the ball, he's gonna be able to either facilitate or score, and not throw the ball away unnecessarily. So
Yeah, so we have his full player profile up here. We do have him going over his assists. It's not one of the
Nice.
strongest plays, but 52% him going over. It is a lean. Yeah, and like you said, that's just another good thing with the player prop dashboards. We do have every market, so we have steals, turnovers, blocks, some of the things you might not necessarily like think to go to. But when you're just surfing around the dashboards, some of the niche markets sometimes just hit you right in the face, and you gotta attack them.
yeah, absolutely. All right, so I know that you have a 3-point prop or a
Yeah.
parlay.
Yeah, so just
And
going.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
this is our $100 giveaway. We do it every stream. If this we have a 3-legger threes parlay. If it slaps, we'll give a person in here $100.
You heard him right, boys and girls. I don't want that to go swept under the rug. So if this parlay smacks that he's about to tell you guys, first of all, you should tail it, because then if you tail it, you're going to win, which is great. But if it does smack, one of you guys in the chat will be winning $100. And I think, Rob, you've given away, I want to say, at least $200 or $300 in the past couple months on the show with the dashboard. So it's maybe 300 or 400. So get involved in the chat. Drop a dub if you guys are listening. If you want to win $100 with this 3-point prop, like I said, go ahead and give it a go ahead and bet it. That's the first step, and then the second step is if you're here, you get a chance to win $100. Are we getting? Wait, hang on. Are we getting dubs? Are we getting bangs in chat? Are we getting sub bangs? I think we got sub bangs. Who's sub bang?
BetAlytics.
BetAlytics sub bangs. Let's go. All right, for Rob from north of the border.
Shout out Rob.
Let's fucking
Shout out
go, man.
Eugene too.
Yeah, we love.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
We love blessing the stream. So as always, we hope this cashes in for everybody. Yeah, so as we're surfing the dashboards, we noticed one of the hotter the markets with some of the data was the threes market, and we did notice on Twitter a lot that we noticed a lot of people were loving the threes made market. So all kind of lined up tonight. So just in the top right search bar where you can search any market, we just type in threes made, and then we just type in and we sort by win probability. So these are the highest probability projections with the highest win probability. Right at the top of the dashboard, we're going to go Norman Powell over 1.5 threes. Strong projection. He's hitting this like 67% of the time all season. We're projecting a 69% probability of this happening. Just a super strong projection. We love that. Next one, Damian Lillard over 2.5 threes. Same thing. BetAlytics data projecting 67% probability of this happening. And then Buddy Hield over 2.5 threes as well. Again, 66% probability. So all three of these projections are high 60% probability of happening. Just very, very strong projections. And I think it's the Alsatian that talks about volume shooting when it comes to threes. And even if they're not hitting in the last couple of games, if the volume's there, they're bound to catch lightning, especially shooters like Lillard and Hield and guys like Powell, who has a little less volume, but these guys can catch heat at any moment, and they're hitting these projections at over 60% pretty much this season. So if you parlay those threes together, they pay plus 310. So that's just a nice little threes parlay over for you guys to attack tonight. And when it hits, we'll be back here next stream, and we'll be blessing the stream with $100 cash.
It's hitting.
Oh baby,
It's hitting.
that's hitting for sure. I'm actually tailing this, as you guys should in the chat too. Like I said, and if it smacks, you get a chance to win $100 next stream.
Right now.
Yeah, same. Good stuff. All right, Norman Powell for 2 threes, Damian Lillard for 3 threes, and Buddy Hield for 3 threes plus 310 to round it out. All right, Rob, go through all the plays, kind of top to bottom, and then we'll send you off into so you can go swing them long and straight.
Yeah, so we got top game market bet, New Orleans Pelicans team total 120.5 minus 115. It's our steady Eddie play. We're giving this a 60% probability across the board of hitting. In a flip a coin kind of game market bet, we'll take that all day. And then our player prop with some when we're eliminating the juice, plus odds, Zion under 2.5 turnovers, plus 120. Let's hope it's one of those games where he hits 25 minutes and he's not playing anymore, because he seems to do that a lot. And then we're going to do our threes parlay. Powell over 1.5, Lillard over 2.5, Buddy Hield over 2.5. That pays plus 310.
Bing, bong, bang. And just so you guys know, as he said, if that parlay smacks, he'll give away $100 to one of you guys in the chat. Can we get some dubs in the chat for BetAlytics, please? And thank you. So glad to have BetAlytics with us. As always, go to betalytics.com. You guys can get 30% off your subscription like what Rob just showed you today. You can experience so much more on their dashboard. Use it for the NHL, MLB, NBA, NFL, even though we've only got a couple more NFL games. But you can use it for every single sport. It's a really valuable resource. You get 30% off your subscription by using our promo code BNews. Go check them out. We appreciate Rob spending some time with us, as always, and hope that these guys are spraying from deep. And see, that person thinks who just called is going to give the winners too. All right, Rob, appreciate you, dog. Thank you so much, man. Have a fantastic weekend, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one, man. Take it easy.
You guys too. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy football this weekend, and we'll catch up next week.
Sounds good, bro. Take it easy, man. Adios,
Cheers.
amigo.
Peace.
See you later, man. God, I love Rob so much. God.
Oh yeah.
Man, yeah, exactly. This is so I always say this, which is no jokes. Like, if you honestly look at the subscription price of paying for Netflix versus paying for BetAlytics or Outlier or some of the other companies that we have subscription deals with, it's the same price, especially if you use the promo codes that we have. And if you guys are betting every single day, which if you're hanging out with us, you're probably putting some beans out there every single day or some. You need to have the tools to be able to do it. So it's a really valuable way to do it. We appreciate them spending some time with us, obviously dropping the knowledge on you guys and giving away free cheese. I mean, they give away free money. How many times, guys? It's been at least, memberships, hoodies, all types of shit. We love you guys. Appreciate the energy. Oh, fuck. I forgot to ask him what play he wants me to put in. Damn it. No, I'm not Chef T. I am not. There is only one Chef T. I am SPJ. Just me.
That's
we do have similar beards though. We do. But no, there's only one and only Chef T. All right, good stuff, gents. I forgot to ask him what he wanted us to put in the parlay.
I think we could go with the
under?
Total under, yeah.
Yeah, I like
that's
that.
That's gonna be sweaty as fuck, but yeah, I'm down. What? All right, here we go. I'm graduating, boys. I'm graduating in front of our eyeballs. All right, word. Good stuff, BetAlytics. All right, let's dive into ourselves. We've got a couple games we're going to play with you guys before we dive into the slate. We did this last week. We landed pretty well. I'm going to let Sook go ahead and take away on this one. I'll get us set up here. Do we want to do Sossenheimer first, or we want to do our new game?
Oh, yeah, let's do Sossenheimer first.
I've been looking forward to Sossenheimer all week, actually, so let's do this.
So we had this board. We had this board last week, and a bunch of dudes went nutty and actually did get 30 bombs. And obviously, your boy did not bet anybody on the board. But
Absolutely not.
on today's board, there's a lot of guys that look pretty enticing. But I want to get you guys' reaction to Luca's 30 bomb being minus 425.
It makes sense. We were talking about it in Spaces earlier today. I mean, I'm not betting that whatsoever, but I like him. To be honest with you guys, I'm definitely betting him to have a 50 bomb tonight. I don't know. I feel it in my stones, man. I think he's going to go fucking bananas in Atlanta tonight. We'll talk about it when we talk about this game a bit more, but I think he's going to go nuclear. So I like Luka, not minus 425, obviously, for the 30.
So, question for you boys: would you rather take his 30 plus at minus 425 or his 40 plus at plus 120? What do you think? They're both gross lines, but what do you think? Would you rather take to play one unit? So either you're laying 4 units to win a unit, or you're laying 1 unit to win 1.2 units on the 40 plus.
I would take the 40 plus all day.
40 plus?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think this is how we are. Because there are guys out there that would be like, no, I'm going to take the minus 425, eat the juice, win my 1 unit, and walk away. But not us. We're not those guys.
But on the opposite end, I will say that Brandon Miller and Vince Williams Jr. I do like the odds for both those guys. Both those guys in the last 4 or 5 games have been hooping. I know that a couple weeks ago we bet Brandon Miller when he was playing the Spurs and he got fouled 9 minutes into the game and didn't play again. But since that game, dude has been hooping. He has not hit 30, but he's got 4 straight games of 20 plus points. So if plus 700, I like that.
He also hasn't gotten 30 yet. I think he's just been flirting with like that 25, 26 number over the past 4 or 5. Yeah, Mike C. If you want to send us a DM at Your Betting News, I can get you a 7-day free trial for Outlier, and you can have a gander as that as well. I'll get you involved with that. So just shoot us a DM at Your Betting News, and I'll sort that out for you. On this list, yeah, exactly. So you went heavy on the other side, which is nice because that's how I love that you like to go to the plus 700s or plus 1000s. I'm going more in the middle of the pack. I like I'm gonna go with Simons. Give me Simons plus 225. I think that's the one that sticks out to me the most. I know Sengun is a good one too, which I think is what Vsauce is probably going to say. But I like Simons plus 225. This Spurs team is really bad defensively. And I think that he has a chance to really cook them. So I really like Simons. Plus 225 is really good value for a guy who just had 30. I think he could have a really big game once again tonight.
V plums on the table. Which guy you taking? One guy.
I'm on Sengun. I'll pitch him, talk about him later. I'm on the 30 plus, but honestly, I love the value of Paul George at plus 270. Right there, smack dab in the middle of the pack. I think he's got a chance to have a big game tonight in Toronto. They're missing Emmanuel quickly. I hope this game doesn't get out of hand. It's an 8-point spread now on the road, which is a little bit tough. But I just think that PG he's been cooking lately. He's under the radar, but he's been playing fantastic basketball. This Clippers team is really kind of figuring it out. Yes, Kawhi could have a big game, revenge, Toronto, blah, 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 blah. But the line for PG at 22.5 just seems like super low for a guy with his level of skill. So if I'm taking the 22.5, 30 for plus 270, I'm with it.
Wasn't there news that he was questionable earlier today?
Yeah, he is questionable. That's the only thing. But if he's playing, I would take him.
Oh yeah, I like his threes too. I think it's over 2.5 or kind of juiced. But I mean, he had 5 3-pointers the last time he played the Raptors, so I could definitely see that.
What about you,
Real quick before we move on, I want to get you guys' thoughts on the 2 Bucks on the board with their new coach. How do you think they'll play? Chris Middleton played well his first game under the interim coach Jay Prutney, and I think is Doc in tonight?
Doc is
I'm not sure actually. I didn't even look into that.
Yeah,
I like. I don't know if I'd touch Middleton plus 950 for 30 plus. I mean, maybe for a sprinkle if you're feeling really spicy, but I do like Dame. We sprinkled on Giannis triple double earlier today. We talked about it. I think that the way that Giannis is kind of playing with this team right now, V made a really good point that he's doing what Giannis does best, which is have the ball in his hands pretty much every single possession, and then he can just dictate where the ball is going to go, if he's going to pass, if he's going to score, if he's going to have to, whatever that's going to happen. But every single possession runs through Giannis, and I think that's because they don't really have a proper offensive system right now, which is fine because you have one of the best players in the NBA that you can just run everything through. And if guys are hitting their shots, he should get probably another triple double again because, as V said in Spaces, like his potential assist level has been fairly in that 10-11 region anyway. But over the past, what did you say, 2 weeks, V, 3 weeks? It's gone up to like 14. Last 10 games, it's gone up to 14 potential assists. So he's getting guys in the right positions. It's just a matter of whether or not they're knocking down the shots. I like Lillard. I think he should probably. This is also the third time these guys have played in like 6 days or 7 days, which is stupid scheduling. But I could see Dame coming out and wanting to cook him because, you know, they played a couple times. He's probably got some beef with one of those motherfuckers, and he probably wants to spray him a lot. So I definitely could see Lillard. I think Chris is a little bit more of a long shot, which is the odds, obviously, but I would lean a little more with Lillard at plus 175.
I think I like the value more on Middleton than I do on for plus 175 at Dame. But that could just be my own internal biases and how Dame's been playing this season. But I think Chris, like, he just cooked this Cavs team. He's had very sporadic good games. I think maybe he's kind of finding his groove a little bit. Maybe this is a matchup where he's not like forgotten about, but he's just not the guy that's being game planned for. When you guys,
you like the plus 950, but would you play it? Would you do it? Would you press those buttons?
If it gun to my head between him and Dame, if I had to press one button, I'm pressing the Chris Middleton button.
Ooh, okay.
But before we move on, one more question for you guys. I was surprised by no RJ Barrett love today with no Emmanuel Quickly. What do we think there? The Raptors game, who's getting that usage? I know his usage has been down scoring-wise the last couple games, but who's going to go off for Toronto today?
I feel like it's a Raps team that's trending down, and I don't know what's going to happen with this roster. Like, they're not a very good team. They've got a couple bad L's lately. This is not a team I would bet on in any regard on any player. Scotty Barnes is up there for 30 bomb for plus 350. I would not touch that. I don't know. What you think, SPJ? Not betting the Raps, in my opinion.
No. I feel like I would lean with the Clippers with the points for this game when we talk about it, honestly. I don't like big spreads like this, and the Raptors could do some weird shit, but like, what is it, 8? Is it still 8? I think it was 8 earlier when I was looking at it. I think the Clippers could come in and fucking blow the doors off the Raptors tonight. I think if they don't, it's probably because either RJ or Scotty or both have big games. But like, if you think about what RJ and RJ and Scotty have, they're both kind of that, like, what is RJ, like 6'7", 6'8", and I think Scotty's probably similar.
Yeah,
6'9". Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what are the two best defenders on the Clippers? Who are the two best defenders statistically? Probably PG and Kawhi Leonard, right?
Yeah.
Both of those guys match up really well with Barnes and Barrett, I think, from a size perspective. So, I mean, I don't know. I kind of just lean with the Clippers just blowing the doors off, which makes me like that PG 30 bomb. Honestly, V. If I was going to take, I like that too, but I wouldn't touch a Raptor. I kind of agree with you, Sook.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Good stuff. Yeah, I know, right? Love it. Word. All right, should we move on to our second game before we dive into the slate?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. So this is one that SPJ liked to name Nuke or Puke. We're gonna look at a couple of lines here: points, assists, and rebounds, and yeah, exactly that. We're gonna find out if you're nuking it or you're puking it. Talking about this Raptors Clippers game, plus money, the beard over 9.5 assists. Would you guys nuke it or puke it? Personally, me, James Harden, 9.5 assists. You're giving me that plus money against the Raptors. I would nuke it. I would.
Same. I would nuke this too.
I don't think I 100%. How often is, like, when's the last time, like, you saw a team coming into Toronto and be an 8-point favorite? I can't think of a time over maybe like 3-4 seasons now where there's been an 8-point road team favorite in Toronto. It's a tough place to play, but this defense has been atrocious since the loss of OG, and OG's looking like a DPOY in New York right now. To have this dude on like straight up skates, it's fantastic.
You guys remember when I said the Knicks might beat the Celtics? I'm just saying.
It's January. It's January. All right. But OG has come in and like he's given Tom Thibodeau that defensive anchor. And that's what the Raptors are now missing, right? And you've seen it with the Bucks this season. They're missing Drew. I think there's gonna be a lot of points, probably through the beard in a game like this. He might not be looking to score or shoot the ball a lot. Just get his guys involved, big men involved. Poto's been hurt too. They're playing with a smaller guy at the center position. So yeah.
He did have 11 the last time. Yeah, facts. How about
11
see
went better.
V's not such a crazy Celtics fan that he's not down for the Knicks making him some cheese. That's how much he likes to bet.
No.
I've bet them like 4 times this month during their win streak, and they've cashed me out every time. So good.
Nice.
On fire, man. Yeah, I agree with this take. Nuke. He had 11 assists the last time they played, but this game could get out of hand, I think. But so I'd go Nuke, I think, just out of that. I think he could
honestly
get the
would
double.
nuke it because he could have 7 in the first half.
Sure.
All
Absolutely.
right.
Right?
Then let's go to another plus money one. Dama Ayton over 10.5 rebounds. He just had 17 the other night. This is plus money as well, plus 115. I personally would nuke it because I am an Ayton believer, surprisingly. I do think he's a good player. Yeah, he was the first overall pick, and it looks bad of the couple of guys that were taken behind him. But this is not a franchise player, but he's a very, very, very good center, serviceable center. If he's your third or fourth best player, you're a good team.
Wow, we're getting a lot of pukes in the chat. Also, they're dropping
Puke?
emojis, which I fucking love. That's so cool. We talked about this in Spaces earlier today, actually, and I was actually kind of leaning with the puke side of this, but now I think I'd nuke it because and V kind of turned me around on this a little bit, just because of how he's just such a petty motherfucker, this guy. And he's such a peak and valley player, and like he's on kind of the uptrend right now. And I feel like that he's going to really come out and want to.
They're
like,
playing the Spurs.
Give the Spurs the business, and the Spurs really struggled defensively down low. I think there could be a lot of. It's going to be a fast game, and Ayton's pretty good at kind of running the floor. I don't know. I just think. Let's see.
That's a good point.
He'll be outside the paint guarding Wemby on some possessions, which will hurt this. Yeah.
I was actually waiting for SPJ to go because I want to ask you this. What is your opinion, not just in this game, but when you are playing like a stretch 5, a guy like Wemby or a guy like Chet that might be taking not like 8, 9 threes per game, but like 4 or 5, right? He might have the odd game with 6 or 7 attempts. Where do you feel on taking that center's rebounding? Because I know the Spurs have a great matchup, but do you think Ayton will spend time on the perimeter trying to stay like on Wemby, or do you think they'll be running a kind of different defensive scheme that allows Ayton to float around a little more and play help rather than playing one-on-one?
Talking to me? Or you're asking Sook?
Both of you guys. Like it's been something that I've talked about before, like with in past years. It's just I don't know. I like Ayton and I like everything you said, SPJ, about him playing Wemby, but I was leaning more towards his points. I think that's why I puked about his rebounds, because sometimes he's just super soft on the boards. What's your opinion on that? Having a stretch 5 on the opposite side, does that scare you off this bet?
So just statistically against the center position, which would be the person that would be guarding Wemby 9 times out of 10, unless you have, like a crazy power forward, like, I don't know. But anyway, against the center position, the Spurs are allowing the second most rebounds in the entire NBA at over 13 per game to the center. And I think it just comes down. Well, first of all, you got to deal with the fact that Wemby's not playing full starter minutes. He's playing like between 25 and 30 minutes a game. So there's going to be portions of the game when he's out of the game. And then they shoot a fuck ton. They just are running up and down the fucking court, man. And they're not. Yeah. They're good offensively, but they're not good enough to where like. Also, the Blazers play pretty good defense. So like, I think there's going to be a lot of missed shots. I don't know if I think I agree with you that the points would probably be the better angle that I would take, or the PR maybe, because he could cook them down low. Specifically, but I think that he does. I also just read one more stat to you, and then I want to get Shook's thoughts on it. So DeAndre Ayton has exceeded at 10.5 rebounds in 7 of his last 8 games on the road against a bottom 10 scoring defense, averaging 12.5 rebounds per game. So statistically, it kind of lines up with him having a pretty decent night on the glass. I do lean with you, V. I think I like the points a little better. But Sook, what do you think about kind of the defensive rotations that V's kind of talking about?
I think now in the NBA, the coaches, it's a point that kind of Hovey and Austin kind of went on in chat, is that teams are going to have to go under these screens now, help. And I think coaches will soon come to realize that Wemby is just so tall. When he takes a three, are you really contesting it? Or should you be doing the proactive thing of going under the screen, having the guard come in and try to make him uncomfortable, but have the big guy go under and be ready to rebound? Because he's 7'5". If he's going to take this many threes, I think his volume at the 3-point position will just go up and up and up. He's going to take more and more threes. He's even said, I'm not a center, I'm a wing. So I think coaches really have to learn that you go under on these Wemby screens when the action is trying to get him a three, and you use your big to get a rebound, and you use the guard to just try to throw him off, because you're not going to contest, you're going to foul.
That's just kind of being like a little pest, like a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Do you see that video of Embiid the night before they played the Sixers, right before warm up, of him walking up to behind Wemby? And I mean, Embiid's a big motherfucker, and he kind of walked over to him, and he was like, and just kind of walked away. It was very funny.
Yeah. Wemby highlights are hilarious. Dude is just a freak of nature.
An alien.
I have some more questions
Right, so
about this game, but I feel like let's wait till we get into the slate, and I'll ask you guys.
Yeah, let's do this one real quick, because I'm sure we're all going to puke on this one, because we're not taking it at this line. Luka Magic, 36.5. We talked about taking it at 40 alt, but would you take just the regular line of 36.5, SPJ? We'll let you go first, because
absolute fucking nuke job. I might nuke it. Not gonna lie to you. I think Luka's gonna have a massive game tonight, bro. I think he's gonna get fucking. I think he's gonna drop 50. I really do. I want this to be a clipped moment on this show. If I'm wrong, it doesn't matter. I'll just go into the files of the show of many bad takes I've had. Luka Doncic is having 50 points tonight in Atlanta. It is going to be spectacular. He is going to drop 7,000 points all over the Hawks' head and just do everything tonight. Give me Luka Doncic. Anything. I have not officially bet this yet, but I'm going to bet his points. I've just decided. You've convinced me with this graphic. Luka is having a big-ass night tonight. Give me Luka Doncic.
V, you nuking? You puking?
Man, I'm nuking it, man.
Yeah!
Let's go.
I hate to say it, but Luka is fucking playing video games out there, man.
I know, Landon.
No Kyrie tonight. He's just like, he's had this team sitting in a top 3 spot in the West with no Kyrie, beat up, blowing teams out. It's ATL. This defense has been horrendous, really, really bad. I don't know if Trey plays. I don't think it matters whether he does or not. I really think that Luka kind of comes in and puts his balls on the table and says, like, I am king here in Atlanta. ATL.
Can I just say, as a guy that's watched the NBA for the majority of my life, it is insane the amount of hoopers we have in this league right now, where the line on this guy is 36.5 points, but he's probably not even the best player in the league. He's up there. He's top 5, but there's guys that are better than this dude. We're blessed.
The crazy thing for me is that I'm not even thinking twice about betting it, because first of all, if he plays substantial minutes and this game does stay close, he'll definitely flirt with it regardless. But and I've said this in Spaces earlier today, they got dogged against the Suns the other night. It was a good game up until halftime. They got dog walked in the third quarter because D-Book just took over, and Luka was fucking pissed. He was pissed at the fourth quarter. He was pissed he didn't get to finish that game out. He was pissed after the game. I'm telling you, dude, I don't know if it's going to happen. He might miss shots and he has a bad game, but he's going to come out tonight looking for fucking blood. And I definitely could see him dropping. He also has not had one of those big games since we've talked about everybody else kind of having those big games, like, Embiid, Cat. I'm trying to think of somebody else off the top of my head, but I don't know, man. I just feel it. If it doesn't happen, fuck it.
Tatum,
yeah, exactly.
5 or 4, yeah, something like that too. So there's been some big games from the start since Kobe Day, and even after Kobe Day, a couple of days. So I think we said this yesterday. This is like his delayed Kobe Day, right? Belated Kobe Day for Luka.
I mean, they've lost 4 straight, and they're going to play Atlanta today. This guy is going to have to play against DeJounte. I don't know how you feel about that, V. Do you think he can slow him at all?
No.
I
don't think there's a defender in the league that can slow this motherfucker down. If he has an off night, it's because God has said, motherfucker, you can't do this every single night. I forbid it. and he decides the ball's not going to go in the bucket that day. And if that's one of those days you bet it, whatever, man, take it again. He'll make you your money back. But Luka is
But
magic.
like you guys are saying, that giant game might be coming. He's had 34, 31, 33, 33, 34. Like that 40 bomb that he had a couple weeks ago, that might be coming again tonight.
Yeah,
He's at a 50-point game already this season.
and
And
triple
he
double in
could
that.
yeah.
I like the TD too. We talked about it in space. I mean, the value is not as amazing as you would like to take for a triple double. I think it's like plus 200, plus 190, plus 195, something like that. But it's just this is a stone bet. Like he hasn't done it in 5 games. There is literally nothing that says bet that he actually doesn't play very well against Atlanta statistically too. The last 2 times he's played them, he has not even gone. I think he had 31 and then the other game I don't even think he eclipsed 30. So it's not like he has good numbers against the Hawks statistically in his past. I just think he's going to go fucking bananas tonight, and I want to bet it. So there we go. I'm actually going to, you know what?
Lock in that Pelicans under while you're on your phone right now.
Yeah.
I'm locking it in right now so I don't forget and I don't look back later and regret not betting it. So hang on.
What was I gonna say? Also, what I was going to say is, can we appreciate the guy? Like, I'm not trying to knock anybody on the Mavericks team. Everybody's a hooper and they're all bucket getters. I get it. But the guys that Luka's playing with and getting these triple doubles with is insane. Like he's putting his guys in literally the best place to succeed. Like how we used to talk about LeBron getting guys paid. This is what Luka is going to be doing in his career. You know what I mean? Like it's I haven't seen somebody make his teammates look this good since like Rajon Rondo or like Steve Nash. You know what I mean?
I will say though that some of these guys have made leaps that we didn't see coming, like Derek Jones being such a good 3-point shooter this year. That was definitely a big reason why he's fit into this Mavericks lineup so well.
Timmy.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway he is just slinging it from deep every single night.
And you were the one telling me about how he had to fight his way back into the league. He played in what was it? He played in the G League?
Yeah, the Hawks sent him down. His dad had to have a talking to him and be like, dude, you want to be an NBA player for a long time, or you just want to be a ball player for a couple of years?
The Hawks sent him down. He is in Atlanta today, playing the Hawks.
Oh, wait, who? Hardaway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have him in our lotto.
We have him in our lotto.
I didn't know he was the one that ATL was the one that sent him down to the G League before he went to New York. But that's great point.
Ooh. He actually was on time, funnily enough. He was on time today. Landon literally has posted the clip of me saying I'm going to be the sharpest person ever, or the fact that he faded me is very smart too. So, hey, Landon, at least one of us is winning. You know what I'm saying?
Quick like Gerald.
So I'll just say this, but I'll say our lotto from Basket Case if you guys missed it earlier today, and then we'll dive in. We'll talk about the slate. So the Basket Case lotto that we put together, it's 3 legs. If you guys want to go check it out on our Twitter account, we posted it. What's going to happen is if the lotto smacks, we're going to give away 2 of our brand new hoodies that we just put together, our Basket Case hoodie. Oh, nice. Balloons. And then the rest of the money will be given away to a charity of your choice. So please drop the comments on there. Go check it. It's our pinned tweet on at Your Betting News on TikTok, and on Twitter. First leg is Tim Hardaway Jr. for 5 3-pointers. The second leg is Devin Booker for a double-double. And the third leg is Giannis for a triple-double. And that's plus, I think it was almost plus 10,000. So you talking about that Tim Hardaway Jr. line makes me even more excited about that, which is rad. But yeah, go check us out. Like I said, go check it out. It's the pin tweet on TikTok. Get involved on Twitter. Get involved with it over there. Comment your favorite charity underneath. If it smacks, we'll give away two hoodies, and we'll give away the rest of the money to a charity of your choice.
Nice. All right.
Shall we?
Slate talk?
Let's dive.
Let's do it.
Let's dive. Let me pull it up here. All right, here we go. Speaking of this Hawks game, the first one on the docket is the Hawks taking on the Mavericks. It's actually 1.5-point favorites now are the Mavs. I think this graphic was made before the Kyrie news came out. High total in this game, gents. I want to say 244.5 is what I was looking at earlier today. It is now 246.5 now. I mean, I already told you that I got beans on Luka over 36.5, kind of like the TD. But what else are we thinking for this game? What are some other kind of angles that we can find for this one? Should be a good one. I think it's going to be a good. I might end up watching this game. Honestly, I think it's going to be a good game.
After all this build up about Luka and all the talking we did, I'll be watching very closely and make sure I don't look like an ass.
I mean, I have a fucking clippable moment. I have beans on him to score 50, so I'm going to look either really, really smart or really, really stupid. As per usual.
We talked about him briefly, so I won't talk about him too much. But I think Tim Hardaway Jr. over 3.5 threes plus 120 plus money value. The 3+ is minus 220. So if you want to use that for a lay, I like it too. But I just think that he's been firing from deep. It's not a line that he hits often against Atlanta, but this season, this guy's like had the ability. He's done it in multiple games where he comes out and hits 3 or 4 threes in a single quarter. When he's hot, he's going to be chucking. So if he sees 1 or 2 of those early ones go in, I really love his value. Now, we do have him in our lotto, so I don't want to double dip in that sense. But the over 3.5 for plus 120 is a little solo play. I've definitely pushed that button.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Sook, what are your thoughts? We actually dove pretty deep into this one in Spaces earlier today. I want to get what you think about this game.
I think my favorite play in this game is DeJounte Murray over 5.5 assists. You know me, I'm a weird gambler. I'm not very good at it, but I like to have a laugh. So DeJounte Murray over 5.5 assists at plus 120. I really like that. I know V's been scribbling a lot about Murray. The guy's about to be traded. He's going to be showcasing out, especially with Trae Young out. He just had a 7 assists the other night. I think whenever Trae's out, I like playing his assists. And 5.5 assists at plus 120. I think that's my favorite play in this game. I know while everyone's talking about Luka, I think this is a sneaky little play. DJ is going to get a couple of boards. Luka is going to be complaining to the ref, and DJ is going to push pace and get a couple of assists real easy, just like that. So give me that.
And all will be right with the world.
I love the fact that you're going back to this play after he's burned literally all of gambling Twitter for 2 straight games now with his not only just potential assists, but just like everybody else breaking. And now that Trae is back in the lineup, right? He's not his hit rates and all that stuff that people were talking about, including myself, go out the window. Watch him have a double-double with assists tonight. And this is why you got to go back to your guys.
Yeah. If you have a read that you think is right, do you like distrust yourself so badly that you're never going to go back to it?
Exactly.
Is it officially? Is it officially Black Mamba Day today?
Was today the day that he passed? It might be.
What's the day of the anniversary of that?
Kobe death anniversary. Yes.
Yeah, it is today actually.
It is.
Mamba and Gigi.
Wow.
R.I.P.
Everybody else
4 years ago.
Helicopter crash.
Damn. Wow.
All right.
I mean, I remember very specifically where I was standing when I found out that news. It's pretty wild. Well, rip to the GOAT. Let's guys, in honor of that, let's do a slate lotto for Kobe today. I think that's only fitting. Okay. So how do we want to do it, guys? Do you guys want to go kind of game by game and pick one play per game, or do we want to kind of pick our favorites at the end and do like a 4-piece? How do we want to do it?
Why don't we work for this late and then decide at the end? If we kind of like something from every game, we can do that. If not, we can just like juice things up like we have been.
Okay, let's do like a super quick run through of the slate then, and then we'll decide at the end.
Real quick, do you guys lean with the Hawks or the Mavs tonight?
Give me the Mavs.
I like the Mavs too.
Me too.
Kind of like the Mavs. I like the over too. I think there's gonna be a fuck ton of points in this game, but it's gonna go under, and the Hawks are winning by 20 now that I've said that. But I'm just.
I think with this Kobe thing, the D-book 40-50 piece is all but locked in.
I like KD for that too, though, man. In that game. Let's go ahead and talk about that one then, since we're talking about it now. The Suns are taking on the Pacers tonight in Indiana. 4.5-point favorites are the Suns right now, over 243, another high total, 243.5, 244 now, and it is a 5-point spread now currently towards the Suns. We talked about this earlier today. I don't know where to go with this game. There's so many different ways you can kind of attack it. V, I know you got to play in this one. I'll let you kind of dive in first, buddy. What's your read on this one?
Bradley Beal, man. I'm finally ready to bet this guy again, and it's through no fault of his own. He's been hurt. He's been finding his rotation like spot with this new team, playing with 2 other superstars. Right, it's tough to find your place among this kind of situation. But finally, he's kind of back to playing regular starter minutes. He's averaging 36.5 minutes per game over his last 10, also averaging 15.5 field goal attempts per game. His line's sitting at 19.5 points, which is why I really love this spot. I think the volume's there, the minutes are there. And then if you look at his home and road splits, that's where the difference arises. He's averaging 20 points per game on the road versus 17 at home. He's also shooting 3% better from the field, and he's shooting 54% from three on the road while averaging 1.5 more attempts versus 27% at home for some reason. I don't know what it is about that 3-point line in Phoenix, but he fucking hates it. I just think that tonight he's going to have a big game. We've got a total of 243 tonight. Pacers have done fuck all against guards this season. I know Booker is popular today. KD is popular today. All these guys are very, very popular today. But Beal at 19.5, I think it's a safe enough number that he can hit while one of these other superstar guys still kind of has a game. But yeah, I've laddered it also to 25 and 30 because
as you do. In B Sauce's little corner, that's how V does. What do you think about this game, Sook?
What I think about this game is that I am betting on my Canadian buddy again, Andrew Nembhard. You guys know how I feel about him. His points and assists is at 18.5 minus 105. I will definitely be playing that. He's kind of been up and down since Hallie got hurt, and then he had a spine issue, but he's been playing good in the last 4 or 5 games. So I love Andrew Nembhard in this game. 18.5 points and assists at minus 105. I will be taking that for sure. I think he's a great guard, and I think in this game with the high total, I think that's an easy read for him for sure. I think he could score 20 easy.
You really do like Andrew Nembhard.
I love him.
You get hard for Nembhard.
Yeah. Nembhardy.
Yeah, nice. Nembhardy, baby.
So look,
Yeah.
USA has a good read on Canadians in major sports leagues. Right?
I might be a little
Canada.
biased.
I don't know,
Canada,
man.
right.
I wouldn't call it bias if it's smacked. It's only bias if the players lose. Chuba smacked almost every week.
Oh yeah, that
That's true.
guy made me coin. He
Right.
made me so
You-
much coin that I could go lose on other guys.
Man, you're not having to redonate. That's the only thing. So we talked about this earlier. I like the Beal look V a lot, 18.5. I mean, I just have a feeling about KD tonight, just because his points line is 28.5. He hasn't hit it, and he had not a bad game against the Mavericks, but he didn't have to shoot because Booker took over. Booker obviously just dropped like 40, or was it 46, 45, something like that against the Mavericks. Could very much see him having a good game too. Like you said, V, I like both of them. It's hard to pick one or the other. I kind of lean with KD a little more just because he cooked the Pacers earlier when they played about a week ago. And they do struggle with these types of lengthy wing forward positions, especially. So I don't know. I think KD could just have a monster night once again. But I think you could, honestly, I think you could play Durant 28.5, Booker 27.5, and Beal 18.5. And I could very much see them all hitting, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say 2 or 3 at least.
Mm-hmm.
And the other reason I was going to say about Beal is I'm pretty sure, so correct me if I'm wrong, but the Pacers and Wizards are in the same division, right?
Pacers, yeah.
So Beal's got history playing this. Like, it's not about the team. The team is way different, but he's got history in this building, coming to Indiana, going through the motions, doing this kind of stuff. So that kind of stuff always kind of sometimes plays a factor, even though it's a new situation, new everything like that. He just got more experience being on the East Coast here than some of his teammates.
I'm pretty sure to answer Hobie's question, because we were actually talking about this today earlier, guys, of Siakam playing in this game and guarding KD. I'm pretty sure that Siakam played when they played like a week ago. Let me just double check that, Hobie, because I'm pretty sure that he played in that game.
He did. I'm pretty sure if it was after the night, if it was the 19th or after, he did play.
Let me just check. Yeah, he played on the 21st, and that's when they played, and KD had 40 in that game. So pretty good from one sample size. I don't know what his KD's numbers are statistically against Siakam, like when he was back with the Raptors and further back than that. I don't know, but
I got it pulled up if you want to hear about it.
Oh, I'd love to hear it. Please tell me he just nukes him all the time so I can feel good about possibly betting KD tonight.
So for the last 6 games, he's cooks them. He had 1 game in the last 6 where he only had 17 against Siakam. But other than that, he's got a 40 bomb last time they played each other, and he's got 34. He plays good against Siakam. And
Word.
even dating back to his Golden State days, he's got a 50 bomb in his Golden State days against him too. So I don't think Mr. Kevin Durant is that bothered by Spicy P, the Beyblade.
The Beyblade.
And they do have
All right.
history with like being finals opponents and everything like that, right? When KD got hurt against the Raptors.
We'll say I want to say one more thing about this, and then we got to move on to the other games because otherwise, I mean, you guys are vibing out with us. We're having a good time. We've been going for an hour, gents, and we haven't even gotten halfway through the slate. Don't we love it?
Yeah, damn it.
It's because of blame BetAlytics. It's all Rob's fault. So KD, they came on when Booker was going nuts against the Mavericks the other night. KD, they were talking about how KD, like, you could tell KD was just loving fucking Booker going off. Because he was just like, he was dishing him the rock. He was, every time he was hitting a shot, he was like, yeah, you know? I think it's just because he was like, I don't have to do my thing tonight. Like, I'm happy for him to go do his thing. Whereas like tonight, I feel like he could come out and just be like, oh, no, it's my night now. Like, this is my time to be KD. I don't know. Just, it was interesting that he said that. And like, obviously they're trying to figuring out who's going to do what every single night. Their favorite side was the under for the team total for the Pelicans, Hobie. That was the vibe. So if you want to ride with the under team total for the Pels, that's what BetAlytics had.
But just to add what you're saying, SPJ, is that if anybody betting the Suns for the rest of the season, they've kind of been like the Clippers where they've turned the ship around completely and they look like great teams now. But like you've been saying, I think KD is kind of that elder statesman that will definitely be like, hey, Book, this is your team. Hey, Beal, you've been sitting on the bench. Like, I'm in the games. I'm playing great. But he's kind of going to sit back and let the young guns have their go.
I also think KD's just a big fan of hoops, man. Like it's not often that you see it. Like, I know all these guys in the NBA are a fan of like hoops, but KD's like us in that sense, where he, like, you saw his reaction to Embiid having 70. He's like, 70? Right? Like, and this is coming from one of the greatest scorers, if not the greatest bucket getter of all time. And he's saying, and you're listening to that reaction from him. This dude loves ball. So when he sees his teammates going off like that, I think he just loves to sit back and like witness greatness. Shout out LeBron.
Hooper.
Hey. Yeah, I agree. I mean, but that doesn't mean, I think with the statistical data of how he's done against the Pacers, I think that he could come out and want a ball tonight himself. But if Booker gets going early, I could very much see him being like, oh, sweet, he's hot. I'm just going to give him the ball every single time. Easy. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about these. I'd say let's just skip the Clippers Raptors game. We talked about it earlier. I don't even think we have anything else to say about it.
No.
It's kind of a nah.
Hovey, to answer your question, they don't have anything like the top bets, but if you were looking for a side, the two favorite sides, it's a B- grade, are the Mavs and the Thunder. Mavs and Thunder.
Hovey likes the Hawks though, so Hovey, look into it. Log into that BA account and figure it out.
Take his stones on that one. Let's touch on B. I'll let you talk about one of your plays in this Rockets game. I don't have anything to say about the Rockets game. Maybe if you do too, Sook. But Rockets taking on the Hornets tonight in Charlotte. You want to talk about Sengun?
Sengun, man, he's the first option on this Rockets team. He's taken over. I think Ime is feeding into that now. He's averaging 37 minutes per game over his last 5 games. That's unheard of for most centers, unless your name is Joel Embiid or Nikola Jokic. And Embiid doesn't play high minutes like that because he doesn't have to. They're usually either down 20 or up 20 by the fourth quarter. Sengun has been playing in close games. The Rockets are 6-12-1 against the spread on the road this year. They're not winning these games. They're not even winning these games by a large margin. They've only been favored twice on the road this year. They're 1-1, and they won game that they won by 4 points. It's just not a good spot for them here on the road against this Hornets team that is really kind of figuring out their new identity minus Terry Rozier, and they might lose a couple more pieces. We're seeing Gordon Hayward. He's made his way out of the rotation, right? But Brandon Miller and those kinds of guys have stepped up, right? We've all talked about Brandon Miller liking his props today. LaMelo has been playing pretty well. I think that against this Rockets team tonight, that the Hornets kind of give them a little bit of a run. So because of that, I'm going to take Sengun. His usage has been fantastic. He's averaging 17.4 field goal attempts over his last 10. And on the road this season, he's averaging 26 points per game, basically, over his last 5 games, and he's just doing everything for this team. He's seen a 29% usage rate, but he's making 32% of the Rockets' shots. So he's getting the ball early, he's getting the ball often, and even in the game he had his triple-double the other day. Shout out Prize Picks, our season-long entry. Sengun got his triple double. But
Let's go.
Hey, we're actually boys. Questions are being
question.
asked.
Questions are being asked.
Questions are being
Giannis
asked.
hit his triple double mark too. He's got like
Yeah.
5 or 6 on the year, right? We just need what's his name, Randall, to chill out a little bit, and we've got life.
I'm
But
chilling.
Sengun over 23.5. He's been fantastic. The Hornets ranked 28th in points allowed to centers, 24th in points allowed overall. I just think that this is the perfect matchup for him. We just don't want to blow out. That's it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But other than that, I got
Yeah.
nothing to touch in this game. Except Brandon Miller. I did like that look from you guys.
Suck.
SPJ. Oh, okay. I think I do like Brandon Miller points and rebounds in this game over 22.5 at -135. I'm not completely in love with it. I haven't pressed the buttons myself, but I do like just the Rockets to win this game. I know it's -200 on the money line. I think they do cover. I think they will beat this Hornets team. Like V said, they haven't been winning a lot of games, but they played 3 OT games in January. This team stays in it, and I think against a really bad Hornets team, I think they could beat up on them tonight.
Mhm.
Love it.
Yeah. I agree. I like Sengun. You sold it well. I'm not going to say it. So I'm
Okay.
in on it. I like it. I don't have any beans on it, but I do. If I had to play something in this game, I like Sengun too. So chaps, let's I don't have anything for the Magic or the Magic Grizzlies game. Nothing low total. Decent. I
kinda
know you
like
mentioned
Franz Wagner props,
Mhm.
but like nothing too deep. His minutes haven't really been reflective of the games, I think. So I think his lines are still kind of reflecting his return from injury, right? So if you want to dabble on that 18.5, you could get screwed by a blowout, but it's down to 5.5. It opened at 6.5. The line's moving in the Grizzlies' direction in a weird way. They're off back-to-back wins. Could be weird, but look, like you said, Vince Williams, he's been fantastic for this Grizzlies team. I think that's why they're staying in games recently. I think that Jaren Jackson Jr. has been having finally some good games. But yeah, Franz Wagner over 18.5 points. His rebound line is 4.5. There's a bunch of good props for Franz in this game, I think.
I got 2 things I want to bring up in this game. One, V, you just touched on right now. Vince Williams Jr. He's been playing great. The guy was on a 2-year contract. He got his contract renegotiated to a one-way deal for 3 years. He's been playing great. His points and assists at -115 is 17.5. I think that's definitely something that I will be playing. And the other thing that I wanted to point out, if anybody in chat has a better look at this, I'd love to hear it. Maybe Austin with Wendell Carter. Scotty Barnes had 6 blocks against this team. Bama Adebayo had 6 blocks against this team. So if anybody's looking at any stocks for this Magic team, I would definitely think that's very smart. For whatever reason, JJJ gets blocked a lot.
I didn't know that. I know
Nice
he
to get-
blocks a lot of shots. I didn't know he gets blocked a lot.
Oh, he
Interesting.
gives it and he gets it. Like Bam put him in the torture chamber a few games ago.
His
Sounds
last
about
2
right.
games against Memphis, Wendell Carter Jr. has recorded a block, and his 1+ block is -120.
Yeah. Nice.
I really like this Vince Williams look. Suck. His 13.
yeah.
Why is this line 13.5? I mean,
Because they haven't gotten it right yet. It's like what you taught me.
Yeah.
Sometimes when these guys come on to the scene, the books don't have the line right, and you can spend a couple of weeks grabbing a very, very low line that's wrong.
I kind of like it, dude. I mean, he's over 1.5 threes is -184, but if you go up to 3+, what is that? 3+ is +140, 4+ is +210. He just hit 5 3-pointers. His points is 13.5. He's hit that in 4 of his last 5 games, 3 of which going 18+ points.
Yep.
Like-
His last 10, he's shooting 48% from 3, averaging 15.4 points. So that points line at 13.5 is really juicy. I like it. And he's averaging 3.5 assists in the last few games. So this dude is balling out for them. And they're just riddled with injuries. They don't really have anything else to go. They also have the youngest guy in the league. I think he's just a little bit younger than Shaedon Sharpe and Gigi Jackson, who's been playing great, but I'm not seeing lines for him. But he's been getting into the rotation too. He's a good little scorer rookie for them.
Let's come back to this because, I mean,
You're
17.5. I'm
You're very intrigued.
If we don't do it on the show, just know that SPJ's little corner is going to have Vince Williams Jr. in it.
I think I'm
Go.
taking Wendell Carter to my little corner, man.
Are you?
I didn't mean to say it like that. No, I didn't.
Yeah, but you
I
did.
didn't say it like that. But this stocks look or this blocks look. It's honestly the blocks line. He's had a block in 7 of 12 road games this season. Whereas if you compare that to home, he's only had a block in 1 game of his 6 home games this season. I feel like he's going to have to play not high minutes, but higher minutes with a guy like JJJ on the opposing team. And the Grizz ranked 30th in opponent blocks per game, which is super intriguing and just talks about what you said. So I don't think it's just JJ that gets blocked a lot. I think it's the entire team. So like 1 block for Wendell Carter minus 120. This is kind of calling my name.
I wish that we could ladder it and take the 2. I'm not seeing that though. Do you guys have lines
He
for
doesn't
that?
hit 2 often. That's the other thing. He hits 1 often.
He had 2 the last time we played the Grizzlies. So
You could even do the Bancaro block. Honestly. Yeah. But I'm glad I brought that to your boys' attention and you're loving it. You guys grabbed your fork and your fucking steak knife and you chowed down.
You saw me peeked up, dude. I've made some notes in this bitch because of that.
Let's go. I mean, that's why you guys brought me on this program. Some people see Orlando Magic, Memphis Grizzlies, and they think, ew, puke. And I'm like, nah, there's props to be had here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that there's a lot of people in chat that appreciate that too. And we'll give Mom Martinez his flowers. He did talk about Vince earlier today, so that was brought up. So to get the double seal of approval,
nice.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk about this Oklahoma City game against the Pelicans tonight. I think it is still a 2-point spread. Let me double check that really fast here.
Seeing 1.
We're seeing 1?
Yep.
Yeah, I am too. 1-point favorites are the Thunder. It's basically a pick 'em. Over under set at 239, so it's dropped a half a point. GG's line, yeah. Would you guys take Wendell and Paolo blocks together? I think so, based on what you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
Or would you rather take Wendell instead?
And Paolo?
Paolo.
Paolo.
Bancaro.
Yeah.
Let me actually just look
I have a play in this game. I have no idea about a side in this one. I mean, it's a pick 'em. So Pelicans are pretty good at home. Thunder have been playing good basketball. I think it's gonna be a good game. I don't really have a strong lean one way or the other. I really like Josh Giddey's rebounds though. Over 5.5. I got minus 135. This number's been moving. I've been really enjoying betting on Giddey for the past 10 days. What's up, Sheffrey? How's it going, man? I'm really enjoying betting on Giddey for the last 10 or 2 weeks. He's had 8+ rebounds in 3 of his last 5 games. I know. Welcome. But against the Pelicans, I just want to bring up his stats against the Pelicans. In his last 5 games against the Pelicans, he's had 9 rebounds, 9 rebounds, 7 rebounds, 7 rebounds, and 10 rebounds. The 9 rebound game, the most recent one was in November. I don't know. I've been riding the RA for Giddey quite consistently over the past week or so. I think he's kind of past this news. I'm again putting aside this is about his basketball, not his personal life. So I think he's past that and kind of just focusing back on playing basketball again. He's been really good. And I really like this rebounding line over 5.5. And I'm going to ladder it up to 8. I might even sprinkle in the 10, the double-double. Of course you can join Chef. We'd love to have you. You guys got any thoughts on this game while I get Sheffer the link and everything?
I have BetAlytics has him projected for 6.8 rebounds.
Fuck nice. Yeah. I mean, I got the -1. It's juicy. It's like minus 135, so you're paying a little bit of juice. But I mean, I would take it at 6. I'd take it at 7. Like I said, I mean, I'd take it up to 8 or 9 even. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Let me. What do you guys think? You got any thoughts on this game? Lots of different angles. We talked about Zion a little bit. I know there's some CJ stuff that you could maybe dabble in this game. There's lots of things you could talk about. What are you guys' thoughts on this one?
I got nothing for this one.
I want to fade the Pelicans, but I just can't get the right read on them. I bet them and they lose, and then I fade them and then they win by 15 or 20. Nope, not today, Satan. Not today.
Not today, Satan. Not today. Nice view.
Yeah, I don't bet the Thunder myself. That's a team that I just like to wholeheartedly enjoy.
Slick doesn't enjoy the teams that he bets on.
No,
which is very, very honest. It's very fair. Nobody does. They just lie if they say that they do.
You become jaded. There's no way you can't.
I will say, all right, so let's talk about I thought you guys were gonna have more to say about this game. I like Zion over 4.5 assists. BetAlytics kind of touched on the under turnovers prop earlier today, but I really like his assists over 4.5. He's been great. I mean, he's had double-digit assists. I think in 2 straight. He definitely had double digits last game. I think he had 9 the game before that. But this is more about his statistics against the Thunder. He's had 8 assists in 2 straight games, matchups with the Thunder, one of which was this season. Like I said, the November 1st game, the start of the season. And in his last 5 games, he's had 9 assists. He had 1 against Phoenix, and then he had 11. It's a very boomer bust. If you think this game's going to go over, which is a 239-point spread, a total, like lots of points, if Zion plays, probably going to have a pretty decent opportunity to do that. So I like that, but I think I really do. I like the. I think Giddey's my favorite look in this game, over 5.5 rebounds.
Nice.
So
I will say,
I think we just got a bunch
play.
of people joining us right now. So let me just say what's up to everybody. What's up, guys? Welcome. So excited to have you guys pop in with us. We're just running through the slate. We do this every single Friday, talking about the NBA on the All Sauce team. If you're first time tapping in, thanks for hanging out with us. We're going to be talking about the rest of the games, and then we're going to be cooking up a lay and a parlay in just a few minutes. So you guys are joining at the perfect time. Y'all, we do the NFL as well. Yep, we do. We're going to be we're going to be going live on Sunday for the Gritty Iron Gang on Sunday at 11 o'clock Eastern before all the games. So if you like what you're listening with us and you want to talk about the NFL, come and kick it with us on Sunday as well. We got the enchilada guy. Everybody say, can we get some dubs for enchiladas in the chat? What's up, enchilada guy?
What's up?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
Chef T in the house. Let's fucking get it. Excited to have you here, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to swing by and say hi. It's Friday night, right?
Oh,
yes, sir. It is Friday.
Yeah, so
All day.
Vibes are high. That's good. It's good.
Chef, new baby limbo.
Yeah, new baby limbo. Full-time everything limbo.
Enchiladas and everything like that.
Those enchiladas were crazy, though. I saw
they're gonna be bomb.
Posted.
They're steak enchiladas. I posted that TikTok when I was at the store because I wanted to get a people to get a sense of what I do every day. I drop the kid off at school and then I go to the store like every fucking day. So it's enchilada night, but just want to say hi. Join for the vibes. What are you guys talking about?
Right now
we were just talking about the Thunder Pelicans game. And then we were going to go dive into the Cavs Bucks, and then the last game, the Blazers Spurs, and then we were going to cook something up. So we've got a few more games to go through, and then we were going to tackle everything. So if you got some time, I'd love to have you hang for a little longer.
Yeah. I'll hang for as long as I can. Once the enchiladas are pulled, I'll do what I can for as long as I can.
Awesome.
Nice.
Let's go ahead. Since you're here, let's dive in. You guys done with the Thunder Pels? I think we're finished on that one. Yeah. I think, let's move it. Keep it moving. All right, let's go Cavs Bucks. The Cavaliers taking on the Bucks in Milwaukee tonight. 6-point favorites. I'm pretty sure it's still a 6-point spread. Let me just double check this real quick. 5.5 towards the Bucks in Milwaukee. Over 239 is the total for that game, gone up a point. They've just played, as we said earlier, kind of talking about this, sneaking a little bit. They just played twice already in the past week, so this is the third time they're matched up again. Lots of different spots and different angles to kind of touch on in this one. Sook, what's your read on this game initially, man? I know because we were talking about it in Spaces, so I want to see what your thoughts are before we kind of dive back into this one. What do you think about this game?
I think I like Sam Merrill over 2.5 threes at -130. He's been playing really good for them. We've talked about it on this show before. The Cavs kind of struggle on offense. They don't really always know where their offense is coming besides Garland and D. Mitch. So Sam Merrill really has come in here the last few weeks, and he's been bombing away from 3. He had 8 a few games ago, and the volume, like V likes to talk about, is always there. He's got a bunch of games where he's got double-digit 3-point attempts. So at 2.5 -130, a little juice, but I do like Sam Merrill in this spot.
I love that, Sook.
Yeah, I was going towards D. Mitch. I talked about SPJ about this before, but as I look deeper into this game, Sam Merrill's name kept coming up. He went 4 of 9 just in the last game against the Bucks. He's playing 25.7 minutes per game this month, but he's averaging 9.3 3-point attempts. Who's getting off 9 threes in 25 minutes? there's only so many guys that do that in the league, and I think that this is the kind of guy against a Bucks perimeter defense that consists of guys like Malik Beasley and Damian Lillard. Whether they added Doc Rivers or not, the players haven't changed and their skill sets haven't changed, right? So Samuel over 2.5 threes for -130. So I am all aboard.
The coaching staff has told this guy, hey, when you're in the game, your job is to shoot threes. I mean, he had a game where he was 2 of 11 from 3 and 2 of 12 overall. So all this guy is doing is catching that ball in transition, offset plays, and he's just letting it fly from 3. So that's why I love it so much.
He comes in, he shoots shots, and then there's this.
Bang! Bang! It's good! Wins the game at the buzzer!
This is actually somebody I would love to throw in our lotto at 4+ or 5+, just because we didn't do it in the other one. I think that like there's good value in it. Even 4+, we don't have to get nuts.
And I think with all the coaching changes that are going on in Milwaukee, this is a chance for like a role player to kind of slip through the game plan, the scouting report. It kind of this guy could get forgotten a little bit, so he could get a lot of open looks tonight.
His volume, we talked about it earlier, and I'll say this. I know, V, you probably splooged when you looked at his volume. The guy's taken 13, 14, and 9 3-pointers in 3 straight games. Like, that's nuts. Like you said, I mean, the guy's literally just shooting 3-pointers, and that's it. I like the 4+ for +190. I even like the 5+, dude, for +470 for the value. Like, that's insane value, man. I'm down to throw it in for sure. I think that's a good starting off point. Do we want to go ahead and get to cooking? I know we were going to mention maybe talking about this Spurs Blazers game, but I don't have any major thoughts on this one. Chef, did you have any thoughts on Merrill too before we move on?
I love Merrill. I also love George. Can you hear that child crying in the background?
You gonna say Niang? You gonna give me the Niang love?
Yes, Niang.
Come on.
He got all-star votes.
So did Thanasis.
From other players.
Thanasis.
So did Thanasis. He got 3.
Wow, that's impressive. No, I mean, what are we doing? You know, we're not going to bet on the big guys every game, right? We're just going to ride the hot hand of the role players that are doing their job. I mean, all right, I don't know if you can hear that child screaming in the background or not.
It's okay. Just keep going. It's all good.
You're
W
good,
dead.
But
We really can't hear her, Chef.
Yeah,
It's
you're
okay.
good, Chef.
We can't hear her that much.
I can only say for like a minute. But yeah, Merrill, Yang, I like them both. Just take their line straight. It's going to be a lower scoring game, I think. I know that the total's really high, but I kind of like the under. I don't think it's going to be a super fast paced game. Like Cleveland defense is pretty good, and they have played each other the past, what'd you say, like twice in the past week?
3
So
times in 10 days.
3 times in 10 days. They're going to figure shit out, right? They're not just going to like lay down and roll over like a dog. I like the under in this game, and I like the role players to kind of step up and do their thing. And I actually, sorry, I can't really focus right now. The kid's fucking screaming, but yeah, go. I love it. Go for it. Good stuff.
Bang. Seal of approval from Chef on Merrill threes. Go be a W, Dad. We love you. Appreciate you, dude.
All right. Love you guys. Talk soon.
Adios, amigo. Take it easy, homie.
And W, Chef. But last point on Merrill before we move on. His kind of rise and break into the rotation kind of coincides with the Cavs playing better. This is a guy who was not in the rotation at the start of the season. He kind of broke in just recently. So I think that 2.5 line is going to move up and up and up as the season goes on, because they definitely have kind of found kind of like how the Heat found Duncan Robinson a few years ago. This is another guy that's kind of fit that 3-point shooter mold.
I just want to say, I said this in Spaces earlier today. When he used to play for the Sixers, I don't even know what her name is, who does the broadcasting for the Sixers. Bang, bang, George Niang. I fucking loved every time they said that, and I love this line over 9.5. I was thinking about it earlier, and I'm gonna bet it. So
nice.
But let's do Merrill for the lotto. I love that. I think we're all kind of in on Merrill for 4 or 5. We'll come back to it quickly, gents. Anything on this Blazers Spurs game before we start cooking?
I don't really have too much. I had one question for you guys. It was about a play. Wemby threes over 1.5. The Blazers ranked 22nd in threes allowed to the center position. We know Ayton, he's not the kind of guy that's going to be getting up on you on the perimeter, right? So do we think this hits? He just took 4 attempts in their one game last time they played. He had 30 points in that game. I had 2 threes, so he cashed his line, but I was kind of liking the plus money value on over 1.5 threes for Wemby tonight.
Dude, I love that because we talked about it right now. Aiton's going to be going under stuff. And also, I don't know if you guys saw that little viral video of Aiton setting screens. This is not exactly a guy that's known for a lot of effort.
No.
But he's lost.
Dama
Okay.
Aiton, man.
I don't want to stress this out, but if we want to do anything in the Mavericks, Hawks, Rockets, Hornets, or Suns, Pacers, those games start in 9 minutes.
Oh my God. Should we just
yeah,
cook up a
so-
lotto real quick?
We might have to skip those games because I don't think we're gonna have time, and we need to post it, and I don't know.
So if we were to take 3
yeah, we're-
lotto plays, like guys that are a little bit juiced up, Mural is one. That's the late game, right? Who else would we want to take?
So
I mean-
Merrill, if we did, what do you want to do? 4 or 5 threes
5. Let's do 5.
plus 420. It's a good number. I literally watched it. It was plus 190 for 4. It's now plus 170. They're listening.
What about something in that Suns game?
Starts in 8 minutes.
No. Yeah, we got to go later than that. We can do Cavs, Bucks, Thunder, Pelicans, Magic, Grizz. We'll just do those.
Okay,
I mean, we could.
What's his name? Franz, 25.
I was thinking more we go the Vince Williams Jr. side of things.
15 plus? We'd have to go higher than 15.
We can do all points. We could do 16 or 17 plus for plus 205.
I can get down with it.
Can we do his assists at 7?
You really think he's gonna be? I like his scoring better, bro. He's been fucking putting the ball in the hoop. You sold me on the points. Don't send me another direction.
Okay, sorry. I saw the plus money number and I got distracted.
That's what they want you to do.
I know. They almost had me. They almost had
got
me.
you.
Thank you for bringing
so-
me back.
You're welcome. I mean, it's probably smacking now that I talked you off of it, as it Harrison Barnes yesterday. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Josh.
So
Harrison.
what do we want to do? You guys want to ride Giddy rebounds with me?
I could be tempted.
Yeah, I could be tempted. I could do that.
So if we took, let's see if we have a 7 here. 6.5. Oh fuck. Yeah, 8 plus is plus 174, or what? Plus 194. Excuse me. Wow, that number moved like a motherfucker. No, it's plus 220. Let's do that. Or you guys want to do that, or do you want to do Zion assists?
What if he doesn't play, though?
Yeah, Giddy rebounds
He's
for
a
me.
true
personally.
game time decision. I don't know. Like, do you think he plays?
I don't think.
Do you think he wants to play? That's a better question.
I don't think so.
I hate you, Suck.
All right, so I think we can include something from these earlier games because it's the lotto, and like people will tail with us in the chat.
That's
We're
what
not
I'm
going to be
gonna
posting it
say.
anywhere.
Because they're in chat right now.
Exactly. So we've got Merrill for 5 threes, Vince Williams. That number just moved, and honestly, Merrill for 5 threes is plus 420. Let's just take Vince for 20 plus. Fuck it,
Fuck it.
because
Love it.
it's the value is like we might as well, you know.
I agree.
Then
And then we choose between the Mavs game or the Sun. I think we kind of do something in the Spurs game.
yeah, Booker.
Points?
Points or
Yeah.
assists or PA. We could like alt his PA.
I said let's do points. Kobe Day. Why not?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Let's go with the vibes.
I like it. What were we just talking about? Oh, Vince Williams. This is going to be a whack looking lotto.
It's all right.
I love it. Oh my god.
RJ 3
Booker.
threes, Wemby 5 blocks. Austin's hitting us
Wemby.
with a bunch in chat.
Wemby 5 blocks. Booker.
Booker for
What do you guys want to
40?
do? Booker for 40 is plus 800. Booker for 35 is plus 320.
Let's do 35. V?
I'm not
Durant 35. Durant 35 is plus 290.
Honestly,
I
I
don't
think we
like
go with Booker. Let's go with the hot hand.
Yeah,
Booker.
word. It's his team.
All right, gents. We just did some wild shit. Sam Merrill 5 threes. Josh Giddey 8 rebounds. Vince Williams 20 points. Devin Booker, 35 points, plus 39,736.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
And honestly, we didn't really overthink it. We just kind of started spewing some stuff around. So
What does
I
Kobe
pressed the
always
button.
say? Plums on the table.
I pressed the button. I'll read it off to you guys in the chat. If you'd like to tail, put a cup of coffee on it, put a buck, put a little sprinkle. Devin Booker, this game starts in 4 minutes, so get it in. Devin Booker, 35 plus points. Sam Merrill from the Cavaliers, 5 plus threes. Josh Giddey from the Thunder for 8 plus rebounds. And then Vince Williams from the Grizzlies for 20 plus points. And that is plus 39,760. 736.
I mean, that pays.
$5 pays $2,000. Why not?
Holy
Good Friday
shit.
vibes, I think. Why not, boys? You know. Do we even want to do a regular guy, or do we want to just leave it there? Send everybody off with a plus 30,000 lotto. Why not?
I think you leave it there because then that's the
In
No.
the regular bet, I would like to throw. Fuck it.
fuck it.
All right.
That's a mic drop. Done. See you when Sam has 5.
We'll see you when we post the screenshots on Twitter.
Yeah, this is going to be going nowhere else, guys. So if you guys are in the chat, this is the benefit of you guys tuning into the show. You get the lottos, and only the lottos here. They don't get posted anywhere else. But if they smack, you find out about them on TikTok or on Twitter. That's how that goes. Word. All right, well, it's been fun hanging out with you guys today. We've gone really long, but you guys always love the Friday vibes, hanging out with us, talking all about the NBA with these fine amigos. So excited to have you with us. So excited that you guys wanted to spend some time with your Fridays. Been fucking electric with BetAlytics as well. I'm trying to press buttons here. What am I doing? There we go. Bang. Friday vibes were great. If you want to tail the lotto, I'll read it off one more time. You got about 3 minutes if you guys want to ride out with us into the sunset. We appreciate Chef T popping by as well. Always lovely seeing Chef's beautiful face on this beautiful Friday. All right, let's read it off, and then we'll say our sayonaras. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate you, dude. Thanks for being here. All right, Devin Booker, 35 plus points. Sam Merrill from the Cavaliers, 5 plus three-pointers. Josh Giddey from the Thunder for 8 plus rebounds. And then Vince Williams from the Grizzlies, 20 plus points, plus 39,736. Bing, bong, bang.
I mean, that's
Bang,
hot.
bang. That is hot, dude. I mean, for plus 40K, we talked about all these angles being things that could very easily happen in these games. Why not? You know, saucy. Exactly.
Why not us?
Why not us? Go follow my dog, Jess Sook. Can we please everyone go follow Jess Sook, please? What are we doing on Twitter? Follow this man right here, at Jess Sook. What are we doing?
Make him post
Follow
plays.
him.
He was in Spaces the other day talking about Drew Holiday PRA. Guy had like 10 over his line.
Follow this man, please, and thank you. Go follow Vsauce with 3 A's as per usual. Go follow me at SweatPantJesus, and go follow all of us at Your Betting News. Go peep the scribbles at bettingnews.com. We really appreciate you guys following along and vibing out with us. We hope we're helping you make some money. You're helping us get better as bettors. We're trying to just help you guys be betters too. Thanks a lot for BetAlytics in the house. Once again, if you guys want to get involved with BetAlytics, go to betalytics.com for getting 30% off your subscription. If you use the promo code BNews, get involved with it. When the TikTok live's going to spark up, bro. When we get 1,000 followers, shit's going to happen. So as soon as we get 1,000, we'll be all over the talk. Don't you worry. If you're not getting involved with us over on TikTok, go follow us at Your Betting News on TikTok. People are asking for the lotto. I will repeat the lotto one more time before we send you guys off. Devin Booker, 35 plus points. Sam Merrill from the Cavaliers, 5 plus three-pointers. Josh Giddey to record 8 rebounds, and Vince Williams from the Memphis Grizzlies, 20 plus points, and that's plus 39K. Bing bong.
Beauty.
It's actually a banger, boys.
No shit. It really is. We love the vibes with you guys. Thank you so much. We're going live on Basket Case tomorrow, a special Saturday edition at Basket Case. We'll also be live on the channel right here. So if you guys are giving us a follow on Twitch, you'll get the notifications when we go live. We go live every single day. We'll see you guys tomorrow in the AM for Betspresso at 11 o'clock Eastern. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Gents, you got any final words for the kids?
Happy Friday.
Appreciate everybody popping in, man. Love doing these shows every single Friday. You should see our group chat going off during the week. Is it Friday yet? Is it Friday yet? We love y'all for popping in here every single week, man, and all throughout the week. So thank you for vibing out with us for this long, and let's keep it going to 2024, man. I'm loving it.
Absolutely. Betting news to the moon. You guys came for the winners and you stayed for the vibes, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace and love. Take it easy.
What you know about rolling down in the down in the
Now I know y'all be loving this shit
what you
right
know
here.
about rolling, rolling, rolling,
What you gonna do?
rolling, rolling,
What you gonna do, man?
down in the rolling, rolling, rolling.
What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit.
What you know about